Alright, so on with the testing here. I got this Regal 1054Z hooked up, and I have channel 1 and 2 monitoring the RX and TX. Channel 3 is monitoring a pin that's just a single pin on here, and this is plugged into the port that the feeders normally use. So right now, I'm only able to, without the feeder in, I can't get the info that the feeder sends back, but I can plug it in. Now, on the screen here, I have D2, which is the one it's plugged into, and up here you see there's an advance, and then there's read, program. These are all for the smart feeder functions, which mostly on this it's just to remember parts and what's in there, and also to set the feeder steps. So later on I may go through and do all that, but right now the important thing is that when I press advance, I get a single pulse there. That's a 20 millisecond pulse now. And notice there's no serial data coming along with that. It's just a 20-ish millisecond pulse every time I hit it. I've seen all the way down to 16, all the way up to 25. So not totally sure, but now if I hit the read function here, it'll give me some serial data, and that will go high during that. So it seems that in order to get the serial data, you have to hold the pin high, but if you just hit the pin high with no data going on, no RxTX, it just advances the feeder. So most of this data, when you zoom in, I don't know if I'm even getting it all right yet, but a lot of it just seems to be like, I don't know, I've been playing around with the baud rates and stuff. I have it at 4800, and I started getting some reasonable things on the decoder, like AX and stuff, acknowledge and whatnot. So we'll see if that actually, give me a second here. So it looks to me like we are getting some actual data there, like some stuff. Not a totally sure, you know. I was saying, I was playing with it earlier, and I was reading it and getting some like actual interesting things. Like, let's see if I can do it again, since this translator is not great. So I was getting like this, like the backspace, you know, and I was getting an acknowledge LF. See, that starts to seem like those are proper commands, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just reading them wrong, or have some settings wrong. I'm not totally sure yet, because quite honestly, this is the first time I've done this. But that looks promising. So it looks like we should be able to extract the codes that go to the feeders, but it really doesn't matter, because the only important thing on here right now is that when I click this advance button, I get a pulse.